Welcome everyone. I can't believe already we're talking about the end of February and the beginning of March. But today, that is what we're going to be doing, looking at all the games that are coming out this March. Well, I say all the games. There are so many games coming out this March that we're going to have to break this down into two videos. So today, we're going to be looking at everything that comes out from the 1st to the 15th, with the rest of the month following later in a second video. We'll try and dive into some of the more popular games and give a brief overview of some of the other titles coming. If we covered every game in depth, we'd still be here in April. So let's roll those credits and get on with the video. We have three games releasing on the 1st of March. The first, which is the video playing in the background, is Perk, the Investigator. So this game claims to be the first punch and click. Perk is an innovative adventure mixed with beat 'em up and RPG elements in a grim world where animals have replaced mankind. What kind of detective will you be? This game is already available to pre-order on the Xbox Store and is currently priced at $16.79. And the other games we have coming out on this day is Fight and Rage and Leap, with Leap being a fast-paced multiplayer first-person shooter featuring epic large-scale battles with each player armed to the teeth. Become an elite Leap mercenary as you soar into battle. So the very next day, on the 2nd, we have one game being released, which is Iris and the Giant. This is a fusion of a collectible card game with an RPG roguelike elements. You play as Iris, who must brave her fears in her imaginary world. Behind the game's unique minimalist art style, players will explore a touching story of a young woman facing her inner demons and soothing the raging giant inside. And if that wasn't enough, we have even more games coming out on the 3rd, along with what is probably going to be the biggest game being released in the first half of March. But first, we have the Smile Alchemist, which is currently playing in the background, which can currently be pre-ordered in the Microsoft Store for $16.74. The game takes place in a town where humans and beasts live together. The young Nayak becomes an apprentice and is training hard under the famous alchemist. His aim is to become the best alchemist in the world for a promise made with his precious friend, but a matter of great concern is worrying him. You also have Jurassic Pinball being released on this day as well, which is currently available for pre-order at £2.49. And also on this day we have that big game that's being released, and that's Wulong Fallen Dynasty, which is Team Ninja's latest release. Team Ninja is known for games like Dead or Alive and the Ninja Gaiden series. Now their latest game is a dark fantasy about three kingdoms, is an action RPG set in 184 AD. The land is overcome by chaos and destruction. The imperial dynasty that prospered for many years is now about to collapse. This game is an action-packed story of a nameless militia soldier fighting for survival. So this game is currently available for pre-order at $54.99, and early purchase bonuses are available, including armor sets. And if you want to pick up this armor set, you need to purchase the game by March 16th. And on some even better news, this game is coming day one into Game Pass. So if you've got your Game Pass subscription, then you can pick this game up for free, making it easily the biggest release coming at the beginning of March. So if you're into Wulong Fallen Dynasty, you will get a bit of time to play this. The next games are not released till the 8th of March. And the only game I can find coming out then is Kart Rider Drift. Welcome to the newest free-to-play title in the popular multi-racing franchise with over 318 million players. Kart Rider Drift is the only free-to-play cross-platform kart racer with the arcade thrills and the fastest drift feud skills competitions. So if you're looking for a free-to-play kart game, this looks like it'll be right up your street. Well, make sure you get all those other games completed by the 9th of March, because this day is going to be another heavy game for releases. First off, we have what's playing in the background, Clash, Artifacts of Chaos. You play as Pseudo, a master of martial arts who lives as a recluse in a strange land of Xenazork. When you cross paths with the boy, a small creature whose mysterious powers have attracted the attention of Gemini, the mistress of artifacts, you decide to protect him, unaware that much greater forces are involved. Now this game can be pre-ordered for $33.49. If you're looking for something a bit cheaper, you also have Caverns of Mars Recharged, available for $7.99. And then we have again a bigger release from Koei Tecmo called Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. This game's currently pre-orderable for $39.99 and is going to be an unforgettable horror game. So the game is about a group of children who mysteriously disappear during a festival on an isle. Although they are found, they had lost their memories. Now they have returned to the island as teenagers. The girls rely on a camera with the power to capture and seal away unthinkable horrors, and the faint beam of their flashlight while exploring various locations and fending off the ghosts that attack them as they attempt to discover the truth of their haunting past. So if you like the sound of that, the images are playing in the background, and that will be able to be pre-ordered for the 9th of March. And we're not finished with the 9th of March yet. We also have Figment 2 Creed Valley available. And what is the 6th entry in the Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 6, giving you the latest release in this Supercross franchise. That one's currently available to pre-order for $59.99. And the final game coming out this month is Transporter Fever 2 Console Edition, currently available to pre-order at $44.99. This is your typical transport simulator. Discover a whole new world by navigating transport routes through the land, water and air, and progress in any way you want. So if you didn't get enough games on the 9th, the 10th brings 3 more games. So the first one being DC's Justice League Cosmic Chaos. This looks like a wacky cartoon style superhero game set in the DC universe. The images are playing in the background. So if this looks like it's going to be fun for you, or you've got some kids who might need a new video game, this one definitely looks like it could be filling that quota. So that one's available on the 10th. You also have Mato Anomalies coming out on the same day. And finally, you have Volley Pals. Now this one's already up for pre-order at $5.39. And this is an adrenaline-packed modern-style arcade volleyball game with different mechanics in each of its levels. It's designed for local multiplayer parties and supports up to 4 players. Volley Pals is exactly the game you're looking for if you want to be on the edge of your seats with friends and family. And we finally come to the last day we'll be covering in this video, as we are nearing the halfway point of the month. 14th of March brings a couple of games with it. The biggest one being the console release of Valheim. Now this game came out on PC a few years back, and I've had a brilliant time playing it with friends on PC. And it now makes its debut coming out on Game Pass as well on the Xbox. Now, as mentioned, this will be coming into Game Pass on its console launch. Anybody with a Game Pass subscription will be able to enjoy this game for free, and I highly recommend that you buddy up with some mates and play this game. You will not be disappointed. The other game we have coming out on the 14th is The Wreck. So what do you think? Not a bad start to March, and we will have a second video showing what's coming in the second half. March is such a packed month, and hopefully that kind of packed game schedule will continue in the months to follow. Just on a side note, for anybody who was expecting to see Skull and Bones on here, this was due to be released on the 9th of March, but as it has become a custom with this game, it has been delayed. I know this won't come as a shock to anybody who's been following this game. It's been delayed and disappeared more times than anybody can remember, but there is now no fixed date for the release of this, and unfortunately you will not be able to pick this up in March. So why not let me know below what you think of the games coming out so far? Are there any that you're going to be picking up? Any that you're looking forward to? I would definitely recommend the 2 games coming into Game Pass, Wulong and Valheim. Valheim being a survival game, if you've got a group of friends, I'd highly recommend you jump in. I've played quite a few survival games with friends and this is definitely one of the better ones. And just to finish off on the boring stuff, if you liked this video and found any of this information helpful, then please do like the video and also subscribe to the channel. We are growing this channel and all your likes and subscriptions are really helping us grow. Well, that's all from me and I'll see you all in the next video.